welcome back. So today we're going to do a little just exploratory hike. We are here in the state of Puebla, Mexico, and as you can see, we are actually walking through lots of vegetation. This is a little town called Chiautla. Put the name up there, and it is a town that has about 40,000 folks. It's been growing really nice. There are a lot of very interesting little trails to find. As a matter of fact, what I've been doing lately is looking at the legendary trail of what is in Spanish known as the Jewish Hill, or El Cerro Judio. It got that name, supposedly. It's not really well known what that name is from. There are three supposed ideas. One is that there were Jews who they were conversos, and this was during the time of the Inquisition, the 1500s, when Mexico wasn't even Mexico. And these folks were being hunted by the Inquisition, and they hid in the mountain, and it was named after them. And then there is the other one where supposedly something similar, but it was happening in the 1800s during the Mexican revolutionary times, and they were being sought out, and they hid in that same mountain. That's number two. And number three is that there actually are some carvings that look like some ancient 1,000-year-old anthropologically interesting carvings that people say look like the Pharisees, like the priests. It's the ancient Jewish priests. Which one of those is correct? I don't know. Sometimes new words kind of just form like that. They're just like a mishmash of different people's ideas of why the word is used. The mountain isn't even officially named that. It's kind of like more like a hill. I'll show you a picture of it. We're walking right beside it, but it's hard to see from here. But the hill itself, like I said, it's only like 600 feet high. Most hills that short don't get names. But that one, at least unofficially by folks around here, it is known that. And like I said, it has a possible archaeological site of interest that is not even yet protected. Hopefully it will be soon. But that's what we're going to try to see. But here's the thing. There's no actual trail to the rock formation or to the hill. And that, for those of you who are kind of a little more experienced with hikes, you should know that should ring some bells, because hiking a trail itself can already be a challenge. But looking for a place where there is no trail will make your hike about 3 to 4 times slower, harder, and potentially more dangerous. So that is what we're contending against, especially since the actual mountain itself is on private property. And the folks, though, as I understand, at least where the trail, there's kind of, like I said, there's a semi-trail, there's an unofficial trail. But nobody actually really shares it. I don't think they have any bad intentions. I think just folks just kind of like, it's not important enough to record in some important book. Because the folks around, they do tell me about it. They're like, yeah, it's over there. The trail's over there. They never exactly quite tell you where. And they're very nice. So I don't think they have any, I don't think they're hiding the trail. I think it's just, if you're from around here, you'll figure it out. That's kind of their attitude. If you're from around, you'll figure it out. Which is what we're going to do. But the first way I have to figure it out is by walking around the actual mountain and seeing what trails appear. as far as I've seen lately, it looks like there are 2 possible routes to the hill. So that's already good news. There's one route that goes through these rock and puddle, very interesting rock formation. I'll show you. And there's a second route that goes off a road. And that one also looks promising. Both of them do, but which one? I don't know. So we're going to discover. I don't expect us to make it to the top yet. I expect us to learn though. So let's get going. Okay, so by this cactus, there appears to be like a clearing, which compared to the rest of the vegetation looks like it might kind of be a trail because the hill is right there. So that gives me an idea. The thing is that my map actually suggests there might be a slightly better trail a little further down, about another couple hundred feet ahead. The interesting thing is, I don't know. So that's exactly, I'm showing you not just our way to that hill, but how I think and the mistakes an idiot like me makes. So that you don't make the same mistakes. Looks like a door. That might be it. I still don't know. So you're getting to see the places that I'm scanning. As I said, I'm coming here only knowing that the mountain itself is there. I wish I could tell you it's just as simple as just crossing over in there and just going up the hill, but the vegetation is quite gnarly. And in an earlier time, if I'd had less experience, I'd be like, sure, I'll try it. And then I'll learn the hard way. It's already happened to me. That vegetation will stop me cold. And I will end up making a bunch of false starts. And it could literally take me, the hill is about 500 feet, which isn't that bad. Although I'm a little tired because I've already ascended, I think, about 500 feet since the little stream. But the problem is that it's about to get sundown in about a half an hour. So I don't have much time. And I kind of did not intend to go for the peak today. Not unless I felt very, very confident that I'd make it. And I don't. And sometimes that's exactly what exploring a trail means. You scout it, you check it out, and then you come back, you look at your maps, and you come back and do it right. As you can tell, I'm just walking on this trail. The actual hill is already behind me, a couple hundred feet, but I thought with my craziness, it will be, like I said, the sun will set in about, 30 minutes. I'm a couple miles away from town. So I'm kind of like trying to stretch my luck here. Trying to see how far down this road I can walk just to learn. You may ask why? Well, because this road actually doesn't show up on Google Maps or on any other map. And I was actually thinking this might actually show up. This probably does show up in like some Mexican tax assessor's office because it is a road. But I think it's funny that these roads, otherwise, they do not show up on most maps. And as a result, very little is known about them. Although this road seems quite nice compared to other roads I've been on here. The other thing is that most road maps with roads that are unknown, even with roads that are known, Google Maps has failed me many times. It'll tell me a road is passable or something, and it's like, no, it's not. It's broken or something. So very unreliable on some of these lesser known unofficial roads. This is why right now that I have the opportunity, I'm all the way out here, I'm pushing my luck just a little, just to get an idea of what this road is about. But I will be turning around in the next few minutes because it gets very dark very quickly out here. My mission is done. I've scouted what I need. Right now I'm just acquiring extra intel just because it can help. Maybe not in this. Maybe this can tell me where the next road, where this road leads. I apologize. That was 5 miles. And yeah, I keep thinking that I'm going to reach the highest point of this road so that way I can look down on the rest of the road. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like the road is probably going to still continue on for about another at least half mile of elevation gain. Not a lot, but a little. It doesn't look like it would be wise for me to keep looking for it. If only because, as I said, it's going to get very dark. And I'd like to at least get back in town before it gets too dark. I have my headlight, but still, it's best not to press your luck too much. From a distance, this kind of looks like it might be a trail, but I'm not sure. But it is right beside this fence. None of this looks like a part of the road in, so it actually almost looked like it was a little easier a little further up. The thing is that the topology suggests that from there I'd be going down and then back up. I don't know. I'm just running my thoughts here. The thing is, every one of those possibilities at some time works and at some times fails. But I'm running under the assumption that the trail, although there is no official trail, there should at least be like some signs of people crossing in there. Something that would suggest to me that it's not impassable. Like looking here, that's totally impassable. That's 100% bushwhacking. Here, look, where this little fence is the closest I can see that looks like might. So we'll consider that. And then, like I said, a couple 100 feet over there, there was that white clearing. So we will see. So this trail that we just had explored earlier, I thought I would also show you that there is like a little road that looks like it's going to join up that way too. So that looks more promising. And like I said, look at this. Here, we see that. And I saw what looked like almost like little paths. I don't know. But I think it's worth keeping in mind. Here's a distant possibility. And I only say because I noticed that the fence here is broken. Everywhere else it's intact, but it's broken here. It looks like there might be something kind of like a trail, but this would only be possible if the hill is actually this closer one. I don't know. I'm just filming it to give us possibilities. But I don't want to eliminate anything. That's what I'm saying. We'll see. Here's another possibility. As you can see, there's a little padlock, and there is what looks like a path. But once again, this would be probable if the closer hill is the one. Oh, did I tell you? I'm not sure which one of the two hills is actually the one. I'm just guessing it's the taller one. This would only work for the shorter one. Oh, it might work for the other one. As I said, just recording everything. Okay, so it looks like it is getting dark, and that means we're gonna have to conclude the video pretty soon. Right now, before it gets dark though, there we go, 6 miles. So anyway, it looks like it is time to conclude this video. So I thought I would just share a couple of final observations right now before I give you my final notes, and that is that there are a number of possible entrances, but I need to make sure which one of those two hills is the actual hill. Up until now, I've been kind of thinking that it is the taller one, and I still do, but a few other entrances might suggest that it's otherwise. I am going to start to talk to some folks over there, because that's the one thing that I think I've failed you the most. I should just talk to the locals, because there are a number of folks out there who actually know, and they will probably tell me. Not everyone, because most people I have asked a few, but they'll just tell me, yeah, it's the hill over here by there, but and the directions don't exactly help much. We'll see. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so we are here at the local basketball court, just enjoying a little rest. As you can tell, we did a little over 8, almost about 8.25 miles. Actually, I'm not done. I still have a little more to go, but it'll be 8.25 probably by the time we're done. I thought, like I said, we'd talk a little bit about this hike today to give you an idea. As you can tell, we explored 2 separate routes to the hill. The most important thing is, of course, maybe I could have saved myself some trouble if I would have just asked somebody or just paid a guide to come and take me there. And honestly, it's not that expensive. But I'm sometimes the kind of person that just likes to go explore. I mean, just for the sake of exploring. So don't criticize me too much, because some of it, we got some miles. We discovered some really beautiful areas, and we are now going to see if we can figure out where that route is. So I'm going to try again, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'm not sure yet, but we're going to see what we get. Now, what is important is just discover. I am not expecting to be completely victorious and to completely conquer everything. This is more, like I said, just discover. And very important, don't endanger yourself. There are some places there, like I said, that maybe I shouldn't be there, and so I need to watch out for that. But I think I have a fair idea of where we'll go next, and if we do, you and I are going to make it to the top, and we might even see some ancient artifacts, and that is going to be awesome. So, as I always say, explore, and don't forget to challenge yourselves.